morning, it's Martha. Welcome to another edition of the reading of The Universe is Calling by Eric Butterworth.
Good morning, Leah. Thank you.
So I will start reading on, I'm not sure where we left off, but I think it's close here, so I'll just start reading right here. So, uh,
Okay.
this affirmative prayer approach, the I am consciousness, saying yes to life and success, should help you to understand the idea of positive thinking. The line is pretty fine between positive thinking and affirmative prayer treatment. Actually, what you think about anything at any time is a treatment of that thing. It is a kind of prayer. In other words, it is important to put into words only those things that you will be happy to see taking shape in your life. For negative thoughts, anxiety, and worry are prayer treatments and quite effective too. You may be saying, "Oh, I don't like the signs being given off by the economy. I am so fearful that my investments will fail." You have invested your energy in a negative image and you will get results. Take hold of yourself, stir up the gift of God within you, get yourself on a life affirming level. It is a critical moment for you. Turn the vibration around so that you are in tune with the positive flow. A golden rule, never let a discussion in on a negative tone. Take care to turn to the upbeat. You may have thought that you were only praying when you said, "Now I am going to start praying." No matter what you call it, your thought concerning any subject is a prayer treatment. What is your thought right now about your body, your eyes, your stomach, your heart? You are treating these vital organs with these thoughts. Are you conditioning them with a negative energy? You could say, "I wish I knew what is upsetting my stomach. I am so concerned that it might be something serious." You have answered your own question. You are what is upsetting your stomach. Love your stomach. This great workshop of your body. Bless it. Form the image of your stomach, busily processing all the food you give it, like a great complex factory, and passing on to the life stream the substances needed to sustain a strong and vital body. So yeah, it's the the thoughts we think, the books we read, everything is feeding our body, is feeding our mind, just like physical food feeding our body. We're still, if we have a pain in our body, and so it, depending on what we say about it, is how it will react to you. The body is always listening to your commands, to your statements, to your affirmation. When you talk about my weak heart, my back trouble, or my asthma, you are actually treating these conditions, making a reality of them. If you keep telling yourself how awful you feel, how insufficient you are, you're saying no to the greatness of the universal creative process trying to be you. Stop thinking how poor, how sick, how inadequate you are. Generate a conditioning flow of spiritual energy by affirming, "I am a wonderful child of God, wondrously created and wonderfully sustained." Now let's become clear about the practice of affirmation. It is not a verbal attempt to make something happen. Belief that the words you speak are going to accomplish something could give rise to intensity and pressure, even voicing the words with increased emotion. One teacher tells his students to speak the word loudly with authority so that God will know that you are serious. If God doesn't know when you're serious, then God doesn't know anything. Actually, the Father knows even before you ask. Some teachers say we should repeat the affirmation 3 times over, even 10 times. But this is to miss the whole point. It is not important how many times you repeat a statement, or how loudly or softly, or if you voice no word at all. The important thing is to get yourself into a yes consciousness, synchronized with the inner flow of God. When you understand this, there will be no pressure, no vain repetitions, no loud proclamations. Your words will be spoken, even whispered, like a feather on the breeze. So, yeah, there's a verse in the Bible that says your Father knows what you have need of before you even ask. So what I see it saying is simply living in the flow. Get your mind, get your thoughts in the flow of God. So it's not about trying to make things happen. It's about allowing, like, uh, like a river. It just flows. It doesn't. And when it comes against obstacle, it just goes around. And and it's very fluid. Uh, I think that's what he's trying to say. We need to become like fluid, or allow ourselves to be like fluid. Uh, it's not about trying to be. It's just allowing things to be as they should be, as we would want them to be. So, would you want to take over the reading, Aswartha?
Yeah, it's like recently I heard something Dane Wire material, and he affirms the same thing what he's trying to say here in Eric Butterworth. What he says is heart is everything. Like you are the one who created the life what you are leading, and if you want to change your life going through, you just need to change the thought, and the frequency will change. And you have to be being, because he says that everything, whether you have or not have, is a thought. Suppose whatever you think is a thought, because even though you have $1 million home, it's just a thought. Basically, you are feeling that, that's basically you are feeling inside. Even you have a big car or BMW or Mercedes, you are just a feeling basically that. What he says that even just take lemon into hand, and just assume that the lemon is in hand, and basically cut into pieces and take one piece into the mouth and try to squeeze it, and your saliva in the mouth comes just for thought also. Means what he says is that's how powerful is the thought, because we are creators of thought. Our thoughts create reality. And he says that whatever you think, it will come true. But you have to be thinking that 24 by 7, then your frequency will change, then you will attract. You have to change the things in the inner level in order you to get into the outer world. The same what Eric Butterworth is trying to teach here is the same he's also saying. Start here. Don't complicate.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Don't complicate the prayer process by thinking of the affirmations and treatments as mystical and magical words. They are actually the original let there be of Genesis. They are very simply the means by which you get into tune with the divine flow. You do not speak the affirmative word to make something happen. The problem in your experience evidences that in some way you have been blocking the flow. Relax, relax, be still, and know that I am. That is all that is needed. Whisper, I am life, I am life. It's not looking up or straining out the God out to God. The story is told that Emmett, Emmett Fox once said to a study class, my friends, you are too tense. If God were up there, as your actions seem to imply, I would have hired the suit above us for our lecture. This is why before you commence praying or meditating, it is good to rehearse the realization. God is present as a dynamic presence within me. God is present as a force of love and of intelligence that is in support of me at all times. This is to remind yourself that you are not trying to reach God or to get his attention. Then when you get still, you will easily go down your well to a dynamic sense of oneness with the infinite. We want you to think of praying in terms of action words, affirming and treating. You are a creature of action, thus you will invariably be either worrying or fainting, holding, holding or seeking, reaching or pouring, successing or failing. So you are always treating yourself with some focus of consciousness. In a very real sense, you are always praying without ceasing. Your responsibility is to choose the level of consciousness on which you deal with the everyday experience of life. You can go on worrying, fearing, engaging in all kinds of negative thinking, or you can engage in scientific prayer. This involves letting go, centering yourself at the still point within, in an awareness of oneness with the divine flow, and then speaking the word, affirming the truth in a treatment of a positive power. The all important realization is that the divine flow is always within you. It is unborn possibility of limitless life, and yours is the privilege of giving birth to it. The universe is calling. Are you listening? This is what your prayer is all about.
You have any thoughts on what you just read?
What he's saying is everything is in the consciousness. You are that. You are made up of that. You just don't need to affirm. You just don't need to prayer, or you just don't need to do anything. You feel you have everything. There is no lack in it. You have everything. You have to go into that frequency, that saying that you have everything. I am. You are the part of God. You are oneness with God. Then basically everything flows to me. Basically, you are thinking about success or failure or worry or faith or whatever it is. Basically, you just concentrate on oneness, consciousness. You are the life. Means like you are eternal being. You are the life force. God is with you. You are the one with the God. And there is nothing lack. You have everything you need. That's what he's saying. Being with yourself or be with inner being. And that is what the universe is calling, he's saying.
Mm. Yeah, that's so true. And I like where he talks about you are a creature of action. Thus, you will invariably be either worrying or faithing, holding or seeking, reaching or pouring, successing or failing. So, yeah, it's the level of consciousness that you're on is your action. Uh, if you're thinking thoughts of worry, you're worrying. If you're thinking thoughts of faith, you're faithing. So we choose which one we want to do, and that determines the outcome of our life. And life is now. It's not a future thing, it's now. It's it's always now. And so it's important that we understand that because the most of us think of I will have this in the future. That's that you could I and I'm just kind of saying this out of my own thoughts is if we think of having something in the future is almost like a form of worry. well, I hope I get this. I hope this happens, or I hope that, you know, and you're actually worrying without realizing. You think you have faith that it's going to happen, but what if it's actually worry because you're still thinking it in the future. It's going to happen in the future. But I think I like how Chase Hughes says it uh, about, he talks about your future self, treating your future self. And so, so we can think about that future person, but, but it also has to be realizing that it has to be in the now. That future time is still going to be, when it arrives, it's still going to be now. And so we have to think of in the now is how I is how I understand it, or how I see it, is we have to we have to think in the now. So I am going to stop the recording. Thank you, Aswartha.